Hi guys, welcome back to Technical Table Tennis. I'm Jin.
And I'm Brian, and today we're going to show you how to do the forehand loop against underspin.
Let's get it.
So what is underspin? Underspin is a reverse spin that turns backwards, that lets the ball, once it hits your racket, to drop down. So I'm going to have Jin here do an underspin serve to show you the effect. So it goes down once it hits your racket. So how do you counter it? You need to either lift the ball up with spin or open your racket up like a push to counter the spin. So you lift the ball up. The forehand loop against underspin is a step ahead of the regular forehand loop. So if you haven't watched it already, make sure you watch it here. So you should be around an arm's length away for the underspin. Your left leg needs to be in front of your right leg if you're right-handed. You need to lower your center of gravity and maybe even lower than the underspin because you need to be under the ball to lift it. So you need to be even lower to lift. And you need to lean forward.
All right, so now that we're nice and low and in stance, athletically, ready to hit the ball, we have to talk about the backstroke. All right, so Brian already kind of went into it a little bit, but I want to talk about it in detail. First, what happens is, just like a regular forehand loop, you load your weight onto your right leg. As you're doing this, your body and your left leg should collapse in. Your hip actually collapses in to allow your shoulders to rotate back. Let your arm, at the same time, loosely fall behind your knee. This is where it gets different from a regular forehand loop. Because the ball has underspin, we need to lift it up, which means we have to get underneath the ball. So you actually have to drop even lower to create a height deficit where you can drive up into the ball and lift it up. This combats the underspin, and it's the only way to do it properly. Again, collapse, let your hand naturally fall below, create a height deficit by going very low, and then up. So just for an example, when you don't create that height deficit that I was talking about where you lean down really low, and you're a person that happens to stand up, trying to combat that underspin is almost impossible. So I'm going to serve it to Brian, he's going to push it back. I'm going to show you what it looks like to do it the wrong way. And a quick tip, when you're actually doing this loop, just like many of the other shots that we talk about, you want to hit the ball on the right side. So if we're talking about where do I hit the ball, well, I'm not going to hit the back of it, I'm going to hit the top right corner. There's a reduced amount of spin on this part of the ball because it's closer to the axis of the spin versus hitting the part that has the most spin on it. So again, aim for that top right corner for the most efficient returns on the loop against the underspin.
So one very important thing you need to do before actually looping is looking at how much underspin there is. So you need to know if it's light underspin or heavy underspin. Here's what you need to do when it's light underspin. So when it's a light underspin, you don't need to lift the ball up a lot since it's not going to go down a lot. So you just wait for the highest point of the bounce and go forward.
So what happens if the ball has heavy underspin and is pushed to you pretty quickly? I usually open up my bat face at the bottom, just a little bit extra, and lift the ball up. I have to get extra load to be able to push up and bring this ball over the net. Here's an example.
So the high underspin ball. The high underspin ball is one of the weirdest shots in the game, and since it's high, we tend to miss it a lot and not really think about it. So what you need to do, since the ball is already high, you don't need to actually lift it. So you just go forward and let the underspin do the work of getting the ball back down on the table. If you're a dedicated table tennis player that wants to improve,
we started a free online community on School. It's called Table Tennis Masterclass. It's already 43 members strong and continuing to grow. It's going to allow you to have more personalized instruction from Brian and I, as well as a whole community of table tennis players that are dedicated to the game.
The link is in the description.